Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily pick a card, pick a pile tarot reading. So I always ask you to choose the stone that resonates with your intuition, that draws you. And then we begin. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with listening to more than one pile. That's okay. All right. For those of you who chose this snowflake obsidian, the black and white, we've got, the Strength card, the Eight of Cups, the Page of Cups. All right, well, the Strength card is your major arcana. That is the heart of your reading. I like the Strength card because it's usually this divine protection and strength. You see that woman has the eternity symbol over her head, and her strength is in love, right? It's in love and compassion and soothing and peace. Because she can soothe this lion. So I love that strength. So that strength is coming to help you today. It's rising up within you. You might feel it. Sometimes it's just nice to know it's there, you know, that you are receiving some divine protection today. We've got the Eight of Cups and the Page of Cups together. You know what I think this is? I think the page is... Well, the page is sort of carefree. The page is childlike. The page is aware of joy, aware of what he would enjoy, aware of what is beckoning him. He's a bit impulsive. He can flit from one thing to another. He can be led by his delight, really, in life. There's some energy with this Page of Cups. The little fish in the cup can whisper to the page and say, hey, wouldn't this be fun? Hey, wouldn't that be fun? So his energy is just fine as long as there's not a lot of impulsivity. But this card would say to me that there isn't, because we have the Eight of Cups. Now, this figure is an older person. He is in search of his wish. He has sources of emotional fulfillment, but there's not Nine Cups yet, you know, so he's not afraid to go and think a little bit about what it is that he wants to do, what would improve his emotion. I don't think we spend nearly enough time thinking about what improves our emotional well-being for the moment. It doesn't have to be some major answer that we come to in life. It can just be for this moment. But I don't think we spend a lot of time. We spend a lot of time pursuing a goal that we think will bring us joy. You know, but there are many times we could do something right now that would help us to have some joy. You know, so I think that this is about being aware of that and being all right with that, and having that kind of delightful attitude of, I would really like to do this right now. Enjoying my life is important, because what am I doing all the rest for? A lot of times it's for, you know, because I'm hoping to enjoy my life more if I get this accomplished or that accomplished. So let's not forget to enjoy our moments along the way. That's what I see here. And there's divine protection and strength over you to help you not worry, to help you to be able to relax, to help you to be able to feel a little more open to considering that as an important part of your day. So I really like that reading. Oh, I hope you have some beautiful moments that you enjoy today. For those of you who chose this green and white speckled stone, we've got the King of Wands, we've got the Two of Swords, and we've got the Seven of Coins. No major arcana here today, and that's fine. There may not be big decision making happening today, but there's good energy with this King of Wands. So you're holding tight to your purpose. You're focused. You have energy to do it. You're able to do it. You're going to complete your purpose. Whatever your main goal is, you got it today. You are hanging on to it. And I feel like the King of Wands has the maturity where he would be generally hanging on to that. This is nothing new for you. You know, this is the way you are. You've learned to be that kind of focused. The Seven of Coins suggests that there might be something in your life where you're feeling a little like, oh, this is the worker, the harvest is rich, but the worker's not satisfied. There's some preoccupation. Now, whether that preoccupation is because the worker's overworked or doesn't receive enough of his own pay, or worries it's not enough. Excuse me. Whatever the preoccupation is, I think that means there's something that's kind of been on your mind about your sources of security, health or wealth or otherwise, but it's okay. You know, there's plenty here. And then we have the Two of Swords. So there might be another thing on your mind about a decision to be made, and maybe they're related. Where do I do plan A or plan B? I need a little more information. I don't have a plan yet. So you certainly have your larger goal. You know what that is. Your larger goals and priorities, you know what they are. You remain true to them. But there might be something, the details to be worked out in some sort of plan that you're not there yet. And that's okay. I think this Two of Swords woman, I never feel like there's a lot of rush to resolve that. Sometimes it's just a matter of if she had more information, if the blindfold was removed, she would get there. So I think this is saying, even if there's an area in your life, or even a couple areas in your life, where you're not entirely sure what your plan is to remedy some issue, and I wouldn't think it's a major issue, because like I said, the harvest is plenty here. It wouldn't be a major one, but there's something that you're thinking of tackling. I'm thinking that the king is telling you, don't worry, you will stay true to your purpose, you will keep your priorities, you will keep your focus, you will get it done. You know, it's okay. It's okay if not every problem is solved right now, or you don't have a decision right now. That's okay. Trust who you are. That's what that's saying. Trust the maturity you built. Trust your history of sticking with it. And you'll get there. That's what I think that's saying. All right. For those of you who chose the pink stone, we've got the Hermit, the Five of Coins, and the Page of Coins. Okay, so the Hermit's the heart of your reading. And the Hermit is about, well, it's about reflection. It's about pulling yourself apart from the whole. Excuse me, I have this dry cough. It's about pulling yourself apart from the whole. It's about taking time to reflect. I like the Hermit when he comes up, because that means that there's a message from Spirit for you today. And you know, I don't think we need to get worked up about that. We just need to know that our intuition and what we may be hearing, any insight we may be getting, may be higher quality today. We may be understanding things better today. And if we don't feel that right now, the Hermit says it's a good thing to get some quiet time, separate yourself out, or do something that turns off your thinking brain. You know, whether that's, for different people, that's different things. Sometimes it's physical activity. Sometimes it's just immersing yourself in something focused for a long time. Something that turns off your intellectual brain. See, the Hermit doesn't, you know, if we're sitting here trying too hard and thinking too hard about it, that's counterproductive usually. The Hermit sometimes requires us to, turn the brain off. Do something else. If you're an artistic person, engage in something creative or music. But sometimes it's doing something that turns the brain off, and then we get this clarity. Then we can hear what the Hermit has coming up in our intuition. For some people, classical meditation is great, and there's so many different methods. You can search on YouTube, so many different methods for meditation, and it's good to try more than one. So the Hermit has a message for you today. It may have to do with any perceived lack you have. So if with the Five of Coins, that's a feeling of lack, whether that's in your finances, your health, or other sources of security. So that's a feeling maybe of being shut out in the cold. Now, these two are just near the door of the church. They're about to find some relief, but they're not feeling it right there. So, and this is a new financial opportunity. So there may be a situation in your life that's bothering you, where you feel like there's some lack, and you may feel like you want to fret. That's what I feel like, the energy I feel today is like you may feel like you want to fret and figure it out and work real hard to figure it out. And maybe you've tried this and you've tried that. You know what I'm seeing? I'm saying please relax. The Page of Coins is a new opportunity to increase your security. The Page has already picked up the coin. The coin was the Ace of Coins. It was an opportunity. Page has already picked it up. This can turn into something much larger and much better. So the Page of Coins is hopeful. So I think you're asked to relax, to trust, and Hermit has a message for you about that today. And things will be looking up with this Page of Coins. And like I said, they're about to go into the door of the church where there's warmth and abundance. So these are good signs. All right, for those of you who chose the purple stone, we've got the 8 of Coins, the 10 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so no major arcana, not an earth-shattering kind of day, which is just fine. But it looks like a productive day, a day where you steadily increase your health or security. You may be learning something new, very productive, and that's important. The 10 of Wands, though, suggests you may feel overburdened. You have so many priorities and so many goals, and you're moving forward just like a house of fire. You're doing great. You're doing just great. Whether that's increasing, like I said, health or wealth, or you're learning something new that will increase those things, you're doing great. But nevertheless, you may feel kind of overburdened. Sorry. You may feel kind of overburdened by the 10 of Wands, because obviously you are a person of purpose. You have goals, you have priorities. You have lots that you may be carrying, or it may be on your mind. Sometimes that 10 of Wands is really something on your mind. Well, if it's some things that are on your mind, like your to-do list or the goals or the priorities, or like I don't want to let anything slip behind, I think the 10 of Wands usually says, okay, we don't have to carry them all up at the front of our awareness where we can't even see where we're going and we're feeling overburdened. So I think sometimes, even though your energy may be forward movement with this 8 of Coins, it might be a good time to take a pause. And maybe this reading, listening to this reading is that, to take the pause and say, okay, but what am I focusing on right now? Which wand am I taking care of right now? Because we can only take care of one at a time. There is nothing wrong with setting the rest down for a while and focusing wholeheartedly on one at a time. That's a mindfulness technique. It's very soothing. If we can, as thoughts intrude about the different priorities of our day, if we can possibly, even if we have to make a list or a schedule, like this is what I'm going to do today so I can set it aside. If we can possibly get rid of those intrusive thoughts and just really 100% focus on the task at hand, we're much more effective doing that. It can be even a meditative, mindful exercise, believe it or not. Work and taking care of things can be a lot of beauty in that if we're very focused on one thing at a time. So I think there's a temptation to do that, but you don't need to do that. You are moving ahead great. You're doing terrific. We have the Ace of Cups. That's a peak emotional experience. See, that's where it comes in. If we can be more mindful and focus on one thing at a time, 100%, how it tastes, how it feels, what we're thinking about it, how it smells, focus on one thing at a time and doing that well and finding the beauty in it. That's when these beautiful peak emotional experiences can come in. And you know what ends up, even though maybe we have this divided attention and we feel like something's going to be left behind, it's not. What ends up is we end up being more productive because our energy is not drained by this sort of divided attention. So I think this is a terrific day for you. And I think you could put those wands down right now and just take them one at a time. And then have this wonderful, oh, we're moving forward. We're being productive kind of feeling. All right. Well, I thank you so very much. And you have a wonderful day today. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.